What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Boxing, aka MKO Pugilism, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like and subscribe, hit the bell notification on YouTube, follow me on TikTok, all the good stuff. So, there's been further updates now on Deontay Wilder and on his comeback opponent. Some were asking, well, yes, he's returning, but who's going to be the opponent? I threw out a load of ideas from everyone from Dillian White to Anthony Joshua to this one, to that one. Who would he come back against? And I was intrigued, curious, and it turns out he's going to come back on the platform BLK Prime, the same platform that they put on Terence Crawford versus David Avanesian. He got paid a load of money for that fight, did Terence Crawford. And so it's on their platform, and it's against this guy called Curtis Harper. Now, Curtis Harper, if you're not familiar with the name, you've probably seen the viral video where he was due to fight F.A. Jagba. He was in the ring to fight F.A. Jagba, and he famously, I think it was after they'd done the introductions, he was standing in his corner, Jagba standing in the other corner. They ring the bell to go for round one, or maybe it was just before, somewhere around that time where they ring the bell. And instead of getting on with, the fight coming center ring, he jumps out the ring, goes straight back to his changing room. So he came all the way to the ring, got ready to fight, and then it all goes, and then he goes. He jumps out the ring, and that was kind of a viral video for a long, long time, where I'd seen it myself, but I didn't even know what the guy's name was. So that's the guy we're talking about here, the guy that jumped out of the ring when he was due to fight Everett Jagba. So the viral guy, viral internet sensation for however long that lasted. So yeah, he's a guy that I can sort of understand them picking him. He's a journeyman. He's lost several fights. I think he's lost about 20 and won, just a handful of fights. He's a guy that's been beaten by the likes of Chris Arreola, to show you where his sort of level is. And Arreola was a half decent fighter, but no great shakes. And I think he's been beaten also by Zhang and some others. So he's a guy that, as I said, journeyman. He's not really there to win. And in a certain way, I don't blame him. Don't blame them for choosing this guy. I mean, I think as far as options go, this is probably the softest and safest option you can go for. Guy that's jumped out the ring in a fight before. He's a guy that he's a tough guy and stuff, but he's got no real ambition in boxing, and he'll be the perfect guy for Deontay Wilder to sort of build confidence back again, because I think that's what they're really looking to do with Deontay Wilder. I think they're looking to build up his confidence, and if he can look good here, if he can get the knockout here, let the right hand go, and as G-Man Boxing would say, sort of they stick him in with this guy. Hopefully, he can look good against this guy, even if he doesn't look good. He gets the knockout, and then he can go on and with that knockout, perhaps go on to a bigger fight. And I think, I tend to sort of go with that perspective, where this is one of them fights where all they're doing, they're just looking to sort of have this one, get the great result, like what they've done with Hellenius, as a sparring partner. They know the guy, he looks great, knocked him out in one round, and then couldn't do the same with Fury. And I think this is one of them, just sort of a build-up fight. All this guy's there to do really is probably just lie down, find that, take the right hand, to pick a spot on the canvas, and then I think they'll then, if he looks like he's got some life in him, which with Deontay Wilder, he looks like he's completely shot to me. He looks like he's, the one thing he had, that right hand, he looks like he's shy to fry it, like I said fry it, I mean throw it. He looks like he's terrified to really let his hands go and throw the right hand, and You know, it seems like the killer instinct's gone, and the fighting instinct in general's gone. He looks like he should really be sort of hanging him up. But anyway, they're throwing him in there with this guy, with this Curtis guy, the Harper. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think if Wilder's got anything left, or even half of anything left, this fight probably ends in a devastating knockout, and then we see what happens next. And I think if he does go in there and he does take this guy out, then I think it opens up that opportunity for him to have a big fight. Because I think if he looks like he's got some life, then he could even get in there with someone like an Anthony Joshua. Joshua's looked vulnerable. He's looked like his punch resistance is going too. So you could possibly even sell that fight. Maybe do that over here in the UK. You know, people, we're not fools over here in the UK, but you know, we'd watch it. We'd sort of pay to watch that fight over here. You know, because we know Wilder, if he shows a bit of power, people will be thinking, oh, he's still got that right hand. He still might, if he catches AJ, there's a chance here. So yeah, you could sort of sell it as long as Wilder does what he's supposed to do. It's again one of those fights, much like the Fury fight, where we were always intrigued, we were always looking, we always wanted that fight. We wanted Wilder versus Joshua, we wanted Joshua versus Fury as well. So it's a fight that, if Wilder, with a one good performance, maybe it could be sellable. But yeah, it's and then we just have to see what he does next. He could even bash this guy, and then he could even take on the Dillian Whyte, because Dillian Whyte's another one that he's still, you know, aggressive. He still wants to get to the top. He doesn't really have that ability. But you know, even him versus Wilder, if Wilder's puts a performance like he's got a bit of life, there are two guys with names in the division. You could maybe even sell that as a fight. You know, even an undercard fight on another massive show or something in Riyadh. But yeah, it's, again, this is one of those fights where it's a safe fight. It should just be a Wilder knockout victory. But yeah, let me know what you think about this. What Wilder's comeback opponent. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think much of this opponent, or do you, like me, see it as just someone that's just there to sort of get knocked out and sell Wilder again for something bigger in the future? So anyway, let me know your thoughts, and until next time, it's MKO Boxing, over and out.